Imagine a world where your thoughts, your actions, your very essence could be controlled by someone else. This isn't a dystopian science fiction novel, it's the chilling reality of the 1950s, a time when the Cold War was at its peak and paranoia was the order of the day. This fear and suspicion led to the birth of one of history's darkest secrets, the MKUltra Project. The Central Intelligence Agency, driven by the desire to gain the upper hand against its enemies, embarked on a clandestine operation like no other. Their goal? To develop techniques that could manipulate the mind and modify human behavior. They hoped to create a weapon that could turn the tide in their favor, a weapon that could infiltrate the enemy lines not with bullets or bombs, but with thoughts and actions dictated by them. And so in the shadows of secrecy, the MKUltra Project was born. In order to control the mind, one must first understand it. This chilling mantra was the driving force behind the MKUltra Project, a covert CIA operation that plunged into the depths of the human psyche with a reckless disregard for ethical boundaries. The experimentation that took place was nothing short of horrifying. The architects of MKUltra sought to unlock the secrets of the mind, manipulating it at will. To this end, they employed a range of questionable methods, each more disturbing than the last. Drugs like LSD were used extensively, administered to unsuspecting subjects in an effort to study their hallucinogenic effects on the human mind. The aim was to induce a state of mental malleability, to create a kind of human putty that could be shaped and controlled at the experimenter's whim. These trials often resulted in severe psychological damage for the subjects, with many experiencing prolonged periods of paranoia and disorientation. Sensory deprivation was another tool in MKUltra's sinister arsenal. Subjects were placed in isolation chambers, cut off from all external stimuli. The objective was to break down the mind's defenses, making it more susceptible to suggestion and control. The psychological toll of these experiments was immense, leading to cases of extreme anxiety, hallucinations, and in some instances, irreversible mental instability. Hypnosis was also employed, with subjects often coerced into participation. Under the guise of therapy, the experimenters would manipulate the subconscious, implanting commands and altering behaviors. Physical abuse, too, was not uncommon. The justification for such brutality was always the same: the pursuit of knowledge, the quest for control. In each of these instances, the subjects were often unaware that they were part of an experiment, or were manipulated into participation under false pretenses. The architects of MKUltra were not just experimenting with the mind, they were playing with lives, shattering them in the process. The boundaries of ethics and humanity were pushed to their limits and often broken. The MKUltra Project stands as a stark reminder of the dark paths we can tread when the pursuit of knowledge is divorced from the respect for human dignity. Who were the people subjected to these terrifying experiments? Picture the everyday citizen, blissfully unaware of the shadowy machinations playing out behind the scenes. They were among the unwitting victims of the MKUltra Project. But they weren't alone. Prisoners too became part of this chilling narrative, their incarceration taking a sinister turn as they were inducted into the CIA's clandestine program. And let's not forget the mental patients, already vulnerable, exploited further for the sake of national security. These individuals were never given a choice. Their informed consent, a fundamental right, was blatantly ignored. They were plunged into a world of psychological manipulation, their minds manipulated like puppets on a string. The psychological damage inflicted was profound, lasting, and in many instances irreversible. They were pawns in a game they didn't even know they were playing. They were the unwilling participants of a project that would go down in history as one of the darkest chapters of the 20th century. For years, the MKUltra Project remained hidden in the darkest corners of the CIA. A shadowy labyrinth of secrets and deceit, the project lay dormant, its sinister purpose known to only a select few. But like all secrets, it was fated to be unearthed. The 70s rang in a new era, one that would bring the MKUltra Project to light. It was a time of investigative journalism, of fearless reporters who dared to probe into the more of the unknown, to expose the truth that lay beneath the surface. They dug deep, their ink-stained fingers sifting through countless documents, their minds piecing together the fragments of a story that would shock the world. The MKUltra Project was no longer a secret. Its existence splashed across the front pages of newspapers, its name whispered in hushed tones. The public was aghast, unable to comprehend the extent of the manipulation, the sheer audacity of the CIA's experimentations. Yet it wasn't just the public that was taken aback. The government too was startled by the revelations. Congressional inquiries were launched, an attempt to delve into the heart of the matter, to understand the full scope of the MKUltra project. The testimonies that were heard sent shivers down the spine. Tales of mind control and behavior modification that sounded more like science fiction than reality. But the truth was far from comforting. In the face of mounting pressure, the CIA attempted to cover up the extent of the project. They shredded documents, silenced voices, did everything in their power to bury the MKUltra project once again. It was a desperate bid to erase the past, to blot out the mistakes that had been made. Yet the truth, as they say, is a stubborn thing. It refuses to be silenced, to be swept under the rug. The revelations about the MKUltra project continued to surface, each one more disturbing than the last. The world was forced to confront the reality of what had been done, of the lives that had been irrevocably altered. The truth was out, but the damage had already been done. The MKUltra project was exposed, but its legacy, its chilling impact, would continue to reverberate through the years, a dark reminder of a time when the boundaries of ethics and humanity were brazenly crossed. What remains of the MKUltra project today? As we delve into the unsettling legacy of MKUltra, we find its echoes in the realms of ethics in research, public trust in government, and even popular culture. The project's flagrant disregard for human rights has left an indelible mark on research ethics. It forced a re-evaluation of boundaries, leading to stricter regulations and oversight to prevent such abuses from happening again. Public trust in government took a significant blow as well. The revelation of MKUltra was a stark reminder of the potential for misuse of power. It sparked conversations about transparency and accountability that continue to resonate today. Pop culture, too, has been deeply influenced by MKUltra. From films to books, the project's chilling narrative of mind control and covert operations has fueled countless thrillers and conspiracy theories. The MKUltra project may be a thing of the past, but its chilling legacy is a reminder of the lengths to which fear can drive us.